Okay, so today we're doing mid-chapter checkpoint 5. The first thing that we have are the vocabulary. I have not given you the vocabulary yet for this chapter, so I'm going to pull up the pages and basically give you the first two answers. I'm going to pull up the pages that it tells you to refer to. If you look at number 1, it says, a number that is multiplied by another number to find a product is called a blank. We'll find that answer on page 279. So if I go to 279, it says, whoops, I can see it, but you cannot. I'll fix it where I can flip back and forth, and then you guys will be able to see what I see. Okay, it says a factor is a number multiplied by another number to find a product. So fill in that first answer for me, please. So it's like this. A factor times a factor equals a product. In the case of 2 times 3 equals 6, 2 is a factor of 6, 3 is a factor of 6, and together 2 times 3 equals the product of 6. Jace, you don't need to be back there right now. There's plenty of pencils in my basket back there. Okay. Also, 6 is divisible by both 2 and 3. That means it can be divided evenly. So number 2 says, a number is blank by another number if the whole number quotient is a counting number and the remainder is 0. Everybody right now underline where it says the remainder is 0. If you're dividing, honey, you missed stuff. You're supposed to be back at 10 after. All right, I'll look at that closer in a minute. So if you're dividing to check and see if 3 is a factor of 6, or if 4 is a factor of 6 and you get a remainder, then it is not divisible. Okay, here we go. Let's go to page 286. And it says, a number, we're on number 2. First you write your name on your paper. A number is divisible by another number if the whole number quotient is a counting number and the remainder is 0. You now have the answer to number 2. Okay. Okay, for number 3, it says list all the factors in order or from least to greatest. So I'm going to show you an example of 6, and then you guys are going to do 8 and 14, the factors of 8 and 14. Okay, so this is how you would do it if instead of 8, it said 6. You would write out a 6. What are the first two numbers that are factors of 6, Shelby?
1 times 6.
1 times 6. We always start with 1. We always start with 1. Is 2 a factor of 6?
Yes.
2 is 6 an even number?
Yes.
So 2 is a factor of 6. So we go and we put a 2 here. And now we need to go over here and see what 2's partner is. 2, 3, there's no numbers between 2 and 3, we know we're done. So I would list, on the line I would write 1, comma, 2, comma, 3, comma, 6. Okay, you guys do that with 8 and 14.
I've already started on 8.
Good. Okay, you can use your marker board to do the problems, and then just write out the answer on the line, like this.
I forgot.
Stop talking. Stop talking. We're not doing 6, we're doing 8. You're not copying my answer down. I was giving you an example, okay?
This one. I don't know what 2 times 2 is.
You go to the 2 row and then you find what number you're looking for and go up. What does that say?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8.
Show me on the 6th row where there's an 8. Show me where there's a 8 on the 3 row. You're not doing this right. You need to add up to be 8. So write an 8. Start with 1 times 8. Then 2 times 4. Now, the only number between 2 and 4 is what? Is there an 8 on the 3 row? Then you're done.
That's beautiful. One question.
How can 1 times 4 equal 8? Remember, they're supposed to equal your top number. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go on since I'm making a video. If you're not finished, you'll have plenty of time to come back and finish it later. Okay? Number 5, 6, 7, and 8. What they want to know is 6 a factor of the number. So in other words, if you go to the 6th row on your multiplication table, is there an 81? If
No.
there, don't answer. If there is, then you write yes. If there isn't, then you write no. Then you go to the 6th row and you look for 45. If 45 is there, you write a yes. If 45 is not, you write a no. You could be doing this while I'm talking. If you go to the 6th row, look for 42. If there's a 42, your answer is yes. If there's not, your answer is no. If you go to the 6th row and look for 56, if it's there, yes. If it's not, your answer is no. Okay, the next one says list all the factor pairs in the table. So I'm going to show you how to do this with the factor table of, let's see here. I'm going to show you how to do it with 24, okay? You guys have 64, Waylon, and 44, but I'm going to do 24. So this is how you would do it, Sonia. You would say first, what do we start with? What times what equals 24?
1 times 24.
1 times 24, good. So in that first space, you would write 1 times 24. And 1 times 24, of course, equals 24. And the factors in that equation are 1 and 24. Okay, is 24 divisible by 2?
Ours is not like yours.
I said this is an example. This is a graded thing, so I'm not going to give you the answer. I'm going to show you how to do it. Make sense? Okay. So the next question you ask yourself is 24, can you divide 24 by 2? Well, is 24 an even number?
Yeah.
Yes, so you can divide it by 2. Now, in your situation, you guys are going to have to check with long division because 64, there's your 2 row on your multiplication table doesn't go up to 64. So I will quickly show you how to divide to find the partner of 2. So we go to the 2 row, we're looking for 2. Right there, circle it, go up. 1 on top, 2 on bottom. 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 is less than 2, so we bring down the 4. We go to the 2 row, we find 4. There it is, circle it. 2 on top, 4 on bottom. Okay? So 2's partner is 12. So I'm going to write that on here. 1 and 2 times 12 equals 24. And the factors in that one are 2 and 12. What number comes after 2? 3. So we check the 3 row for 24 and find its partner. 3 times 8 is 24. Those factors are 3 and 8. And then the number after 3 would be 4. We check the 4 row for 24. Find out 4 times 6 is 24. So 4 and 6 are the factors. That is how you do the tables for 64 and 44. You can do those now. Honey, I don't know what in the world you're doing. We're not copying. Okay, so you're going to do long division. So what are you dividing? Okay, so your 3 row and your 4 row. No. Okay, so 3 row for 6. Circle it. Go up, circle. So 2 on top, 6 on bottom. Okay. Okay, so now what do you do? Huh? Uh-huh. Now, since you have a remainder, that means 3 is not a factor of 64. So now you go on to 4. And it doesn't go that high, so you have to do long division again. Okay, can 64 be divided by 2?
Yes.
64 is an even number, so you're going to have to do long division to find its partner.
Just on this one, you're doing what we did yesterday. On your marker board, do all the factors of 9, all the factors of 18, and circle the common factors. Don't miss any of them, and write them on this line.
Okay, we've got 2 problems down here.
This is in 4 times 14 is not 64. Because where's your multiplication table? Okay, we go to the 4 row, and we're looking for 64, right? 4 row, there's no 64 on there, but if 56 is 14, okay? So would it be 14, what would it be? So Ethan, if you're ready to go on 11 and 12, you're gonna write all the factors of 9 and 18 on 11 on your marker board. Circle the common factors, don't make sure you get them all, and then write them on that line, okay? Uh-huh, yep, are you on, so this is exactly what we did yesterday, so just list all the factors of 9, all the factors of 18, circle the common factors, and write them all on that line. Okay, you can use that. Sophie, you don't jump to 8, okay? What number comes after 1? 2. You gotta check 2 first, okay? We have, these have to be in order, and you're gonna have a 9 at a time, okay? Okay, Brenna, you did the same thing, okay? You don't put the 8s down until it's time, okay? They have to be in order. Okay, so Julie, when you did 64 divided by 3, did you have a remainder?
Yeah.
Then 3 doesn't go on there.
Oh.
It's only put on here if the remainder is 0, okay? So that means you skip 3 and you go to 4, okay?
Okay.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get these on this one and this one. What you're gonna do is exactly what you're doing. List all the factors of 9 and all the factors of 18 and circle the common ones. And write them right here. Yep.
Now for
Okay, just for the sake of the video, guys, because I don't want it to be too long, so I'm gonna go through really quick the rest of this, and then I'll come back and continue to work with you throughout your time on this, okay? So, if we go to number 11 and 12, you're gonna do common factors. So, that's where you list all the factors of 9, then all the factors of 18, and circle all the ones that appear in both lists. Okay? Like what we did yesterday. So I'll show you a quick example. If you're finding the common factors for 24 and 36. Factors of 24, 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. Factors of 36, 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, and 6 times 6. Common factors, we start with 1. 1's always a common factor. Then because these are both even, 2 is a common factor. 3 is in both lists. 4 is in both lists. 6 is in both lists. 12 is in both lists. 8 is not on that one, and 24 is not on that one. So we're done. So the common factors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 for 24 and 36. Okay? That's how you do 11 and 12. On the back, number 13 says, Sean places 28 tomato plants in rows. All the rows contain the same number of plants. There are between 5 and 12 plants in each row. How many plants are in each row? So this is kind of like a mystery number. In order to find it, you're going to have to find all the factors of 28. One of those factors will be a number, Ella, that's bigger than 5, but less than 12. That is your answer. Okay? So list out the factors of 28. Then find the one factor that's between 5 and 12. On number 14, Ella bought some keychains. You go, Ella.
Did you though?
She spent a total of $24. Each keychain cost the same whole dollar amount. She bought between 7 and 11 keychains. How many keychains did Ella buy? So, we are looking for the factors of 24, and then for a number between 7 and 11. Yes.
On the one above of this one, can the answer be one that's in between 5 and 12 and the others don't have to be?
There's only going to be one answer, and it's the answer that's between 5 and 12. Does that answer your question? Okay. Number 15 is going to be a common factor one. We have 16, 8, and 32. There is one number that appears on 2 of the lists, but not all 3. Is that a common factor? No, it has to be on all 3 lists to be a common factor. And on the last one, you're just going to put the factors of 9. Okay, it says Amir arranged 9 photos on a bulletin board. He put the photos in rows. Each row contains the same number of photos. How many photos could be in each row? So for this one, we're just looking for the factors of 9. List all of them. On number 15, we're looking for and this is the greatest, so we're looking for the greatest common factor. So the biggest common factor.
And you only write that one?
Only write that one. So on number 13, 14, and 15, you're just going to have one single answer. You guys get that? On number 13, it's going to be a factor of 28. That's between 5 and 12. On number 14, factor of 28. That's between 5 and 12. Factor of 24. That's between 7 and 11. Then we're looking for the greatest common factor. On 15. And the factors of 9 on 16. Okay, that's it.